La pared se rompió.
Sigue.
Que se salgan.
Que se salga, se va a caer, ese edificio se va a caer.
Dios mío, Dios mío, Dios mío.
Hello there, my name is Axel Martinez, and today I'm going to discuss the effects that an earthquake has upon the structural integrity of a building. Now, you'd be surprised to know that earthquakes don't really kill people. What causes the damage in an earthquake are the fall of buildings and structures. Now, this is due to many reasons. One is the materials with which the buildings are erected. Second, the wearing out of these materials, and also the structures themselves vary greatly from one building to another. But what I want to talk about today are the physical implications that remain constant throughout any building in an earthquake. Isaac Newton's first law of motion states that an object will retain its state of rest or velocity in a straight line unless an outside force acts upon it. Now, when an earthquake takes place, the building's foundations becomes displaced. Yet the roof's inertia, which is the highest part of the building, has a tendency of remaining still. This horizontal movement causes a frequency, called natural frequency, which is dependent upon the number of cycles or back and forth movements that take place in 1 second. This movement's influence upon the building is dependent upon the mass of the base and the stiffness of the building. The kinetic energy that comes from the earthquake is absorbed through the columns and travels upwards towards the roof. This begins to weaken the columns until they eventually collapse. Now that we understand the implications of such a devastation, I believe it is necessary to state a solution. In locations directly upon or near fault lines, I propose using what is called a based isolation system. It is the use of impact absorbents such as rubber bearings between the foundations and the structure itself that will absorb the kinetic energy from the earthquake. Due to the detachment of the foundation from the structure by the use of these impact absorbents, the motion from the earthquake to the building will be greatly reduced. This will relieve the amount of stress that the columns would otherwise undertake and prevent the building from falling. The application of physics to the world surrounding us isn't just incredibly interesting and amazingly fun. It has also allowed mankind to transcend its limitations and, at times, save a life.